Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London. Now this morning I'm looking at a book which has come to us from Law Society Publishing, and it's a very interesting book. It's very much part of their Management Guide series. It's got a title, Law Management Section, Guide to Business Development. Now I didn't know actually there was a law management section at the Law Society, and perhaps quite a few people like myself didn't. However, there is, and this book is the general result. The editors are Andrew Otterburn and Nigel Haddon, and as I say, it's part of the law management section group of publications, and I'm sure we will be looking at a few more of these in a minute. Look at the book in a second or two. It's not a very big one. Elizabeth and I looked at this book and we had a talk about it to get some idea of what it's really about and how valuable it might be for your business. We've given it the title Sound Consultancy Advice for Law Firms on Business Development Techniques. Now this is the book. It's not very long. It's not a big book at all. There we go. There's the front of it. Spine, and then there's quite a lot on the back. It's in the Practice Management series of books which they have at the Law Society. It sets out quite clearly what it's about. It runs to just over 100 pages. There are quite a lot of appendices, 4 in fact at the back, starting with client care, of course, we'd expect that. The actual main body copy has got paragraph numbering, which you can see at the sides, which I think is very helpful because you can again find information quite quickly. At the front, let's go right to the front, there's the front section. That shows you the other titles in the series, and there is the actual front page itself. There are quite a large number coming actually, some more publications coming out. Then there's the content section there, which runs through introduction, promotional mix, branding and so forth. Then quite a large number running through there. And then, as I said, there are 14 chapters, ending with social media. And then you've got the 4 appendices. There is a useful note about the editors and the contributors, because a lot of people have been involved. Some people, you'll know the names because you've seen other books. There's a note of some of the contributors there, and then going over leaf there as well. Then there's a preface which is worth looking at, which you've got some information about, and then you go straight into the introduction. Business development, why? Well, it's standard. Obviously, it's quite clear you've got to develop your business, otherwise you stagnate and you die, putting it bluntly. So therefore, you've really got to get on and develop. We all have to do it. It doesn't matter which area you're involved in. Now, this, I think, is the most important aspect of the book. That is Appendix 4 on the social media. And it looks very much at what is happening at the moment, legal status, what the SRA principles are, what the issues are, what is social media, the client relationship, then you've got personal versus professional, and then you've got the various ones that are mentioned. LinkedIn and Twitter, then you go from there, Facebook, YouTube and Flickr, and then specialist areas which are linked in there. Now obviously I use all of those when we produce the reviews. So it's an important book because that is at the moment the area where quite a lot of actual business can be developed. And in fact, people seeing this type of video, reading our reviews on the social media, get an idea of the areas of my practice, for instance, and they also get an idea of what I'm like. So therefore, they've already seen something, and that, of course, again, in its own little way, perhaps, could be perceived as business development. Not that we're doing it for that reason at all. The purpose behind these reviews is to tell you about what books are on the market at the moment, which may benefit you. The purpose that I do it as a barrister is so that people are aware of what's available if they have a particular case. Because I've certainly been stuck in the past not knowing what type of book or resource to go to because of my limited knowledge. So therefore we've got areas that may assist. That's really why we do this. And it also keeps me up to date with what's going on as I'm sort of getting a bit older into the legal profession. This is what we say about the book. Think about it. Running a law firm, profitably that is less about the law than about good management and all that that entails. But how many lawyers are comfortable with this view? And how many have the necessary range of disciplines, especially financial management, reputation management and marketing? That's really what we're looking to answer with this book. These and other specialisms require the guiding hand of management consultants, usually, or in many cases, advertising and or PR consultants and the like. Some of these folk can be quite expensive, of course. So what good news is that the Law Society's Law Management section have published this new book, and obviously others in the series. And this book, which is the Guide to Business Development, provides an excellent introduction to a wide range of management skills, all aimed individually or collectively at helping you, the lawyer, grow the business of your law firm. Heading a team of half a dozen expert contributors, the two general editors, have brought to this guide a wealth of experience and expertise. Andrew Otterburn, who's a leading law firm management consultant, has advised over 250 firms on their strategy, management and profitability, and has written a number of books for the Law Society. His additional credentials include Vice Chair of the Executive Committee of the Law Management section. And as I say, I think to many people they probably don't know about the existence of this section, so that in itself will be a plus factor if you get to know about it. His co-editor, Nigel Haddon, is a solicitor and management consultant to the legal profession and is a former chair of the Law Management section, and among other skills is a trainer and consultant with a well-known firm of pricing and costs specialists. Precise and reassuringly authoritative, this publication provides brief yet succinct coverage of such areas as the promotional and marketing mix of activities, from branding and budgeting to buyer behaviour and selling, to reputation management, networking, online marketing and social media, which, as I say, is right at the end. The list goes on to include client relationship management, that's CRM, which you'll see abbreviated regularly these days, competitive tendering, and, this should go to the top of the list, pricing and fees. The discussion on pricing and fees will certainly be of special and absorbing interest for most lawyers, many of whom, say the editors, are highly effective at negotiating on behalf of their clients, but are not as good at discussing their own fees with those same clients. Now, I'm not surprised, because it can be a bit embarrassing actually doing that, and I say that having tried to do it myself. It can be a bit difficult. That's why it's nice to have someone else doing it for you. And in fact, in the legal part of the world that I inhabit, the bar, it's obviously where the clerk does quite a substantial amount of work for me. The chapter then goes on to list some typical pricing challenges and suggests solutions for each. Let me conclude by saying I think that this is an excellent guide, which you might say is a distillation of the skills and experience of a very high-powered consultancy team. The advice it offers is clear, precise, business-like and practical. It is logically organised with numbered paragraphs throughout, and such features as summaries of key points, checklists, hints and tips, and suggestions for further reading. Certainly, a more helpful and concise publication on law firm business development would be difficult to find, in our view. So thank you very much for producing it. The publication date is cited at 2015. Just quickly show you it again. There's the front and the back. Let's just go into the middle of it. There's some charts, tables and so forth. You can see there. There's a conclusion. There are some who are you selling to, for instance, concerns. This is concerning sales and marketing. Planning and budgeting, again, returns on investments. Again, you've got a very large amount of information covered. Very much a management book for the lawyer. And I'm very grateful to the Law Society and Law Society Publishing for producing it. So thank you to all concerned for an excellent new contribution. And thank you for the series as well, because I'm sure we'll be seeing more of these publications appearing in the course of the next few years. Thank you. Bye-bye.